Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah. Yeah. Steve out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes human being, American, and YouTube Ronin, and I'd like to welcome you to my birthday celebration. 53 years ago today, I came into the world, and now I'm here on YouTube. It's been quite a ride. All right. I do want to say hello, first off, to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Want to say hello to a few people who have joined us here in the live chat. Channel member FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Happy birthday. Hope it's a bold one. Thank you. My partner in crime, the toxic gunslinger himself, the man who cannot be killed, the creator and host of After Hours Karaoke Western Cinema Presents an Action Theater, Out La Belle. He says you are not too old for this shit. Indeed. Saying hello to the rest of the group. Faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her second channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's kind of cleary. Welcome to Banana 35627. Yes, it is my birthday. Indeed. All right. Let's see. Yes. All right. Well, and hello to Emoji Queen, Lady Mist. Good to see some of the regulars here in the chat. Some new faces as well. Welcome to everyone. All right, so patiently waiting backstage, my first guest, the man who basically shanghaied himself onto the Mystery Movie Night podcast and became one of my co-hosts on that program. Ladies and gentlemen, Enigma Severus.
Hey, happy birthday. So happy you are a sentient AI being now. You're on YouTube.
I am. It's been an interesting run. If you'd ever told me that I was going to have an at least mildly successful, I would say, YouTube channel a few years ago, I never would have believed you. But once we got placed under that involuntary house arrest, as I call it, and kind of found my way to YouTube, I got bored with what I was seeing on terrestrial television, and came here and found some people who were like-minded, and 4 years later, here I am. So,
I'll be honest.
4 years since I've had my channel anyway. I've been kind of following along with everybody for a while now. So, I just go ahead.
During the obligated enclosure, I started doing the same thing, and this is what I was sharing backstage a while back, but my father passed in 2022, so he was able to make it a good year beyond everything. And so one of those things was to reach out, and honestly, I started discovering different groups. But yeah, one of them was Sin, which led me to the Midnight, on the other side of Midnight channel that you had.
Mm-hmm.
And, then discovered Twin Peaks, and then started discovering, Troy and Netter. And so I would argue for more that yes, in the eyes of, the grand scheme of things with YouTube, sure, it's moderately successful. However, I think you have a really grounded and established a really good community here with Troy, with H Boomer, with Outlaw Bill, with Sin, with everybody that I've come into contact with, So I think it's been, and I'm very thankful for what you've been doing. So,
well, I do my best. It's kind of like that line in the movie Singles. That there's the scene where Campbell Scott and Keira Sedgwick meet for the first time, and he says, I just decided to talk to you as myself, no lines, nothing like that. And then no act, no BS. And she says, not having an act is your act. So I guess that's kind of me. I don't know how to be anybody other than myself. I like to think I got to this point because I don't BS anybody,
right.
I do my best to, be honest, and this show isn't, none of my shows or my, my channel in and of itself is not perfect, but it's very low tech, but, I like to think that kind of has its own charm. I like to think of that. I think of that as a plus. It's not pretentious. I hope not. Anyway, I try to avoid that. But yeah, it's been a ride. And one of the folks that is definitely kind of responsible for getting me to this point, and the man I'm kind of chasing, Outlaw Bill, as Sam Elliott tonight.
Yes.
How do you do? Yes. Welcome to the Toxic
and the
Gunslinger.
voice. Although I look nothing like it, right?
Yes.
And
So
the
Bill,
fancy room.
yes, we have been watching 1883 on Western Cinema. We started last week. We're going to do 2 episodes each
Tomorrow.
until we get to the end, I guess. How many episodes are there altogether? I think 10, 12, something like that.
Hang on, I'll tell you in a moment here. I have it in my library.
I'll be honest, I really haven't gone through 1883 at all.
It's kind of its own little thing. It is a part of the core show, but 1883 is a mini series. But I don't think they're going to do it. It has exactly 10 parts, 10 episodes, all an hour to 55 minutes in length. Oh, and it's really good. Really very cinematic.
Well, I was a big Yellowstone fan. I want to say the end of season 4, I think, or maybe the end of season 3. One of the top 3 was a full 30 minutes of shootouts. Like, this was awesome.
I believe that was at the end of 3, 3 going into 4.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
4 was Kevin Costner recovering from everything.
Yeah.
I am behind when it comes to Yellowstone, so it's actually cool that I'm kind of starting with what chronologically is the beginning, unless we get some,
Actually, it is,
1863 series, which in a way you kind of could do. You could do like a series of James in the Civil War. Maybe, I don't know. It wouldn't be it would be kind of a different thing, but it would be an interesting spin on things. Because they seem to be going, 20 to 40 years backwards or forwards, kind of depending on where. But the point, my long drawn out story short, is that 1883 is chronologically where Yellowstone begins. So you can. So what I'm saying is that it's a good jumping off point because I didn't see the original series. I know a little bit about a little bit. I've seen bits and pieces here and there, but not an entire episode. Tim says 1853 would work. They'd all be back east, but yeah, that would be good. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Well, I think people are really
so far
falling in with beginning to go back to what masculinity used to be and what hard living was, and realizing, being appreciative of what we've gone through and what we've done thus far. And I'm sorry, but I've had it pretty good based on everything that my forefathers, my grandfather, and others have done for us, So.
Indeed. So, yeah. One of the things that I said going in, and Bill can attest to this, was like, I will do my best not to get attached to too many of the characters because I kind of have a feeling that most of them aren't going to be there by the end of it.
Or Thrones.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm I think I'm going to be right because there's already been a couple that I thought would still be there, by the final episode that are already gone by part 2, and I'm like, okay, then, yeah, this is pretty much what I was afraid of.
It's launched. Like I said, it's an amazing show. It is a brutal reality, and
yeah,
I think it's
realistic.
Yeah, it's good not to shy away from that.
And hello to the other Nate, aka my brother. Good to see you, sir. Hope that you are doing well. Indeed. Good to have you in the chat. All right. So, yeah, Enigma, we were talking backstage. You have seen The Death of Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what were your non-spoilery thoughts on that one?
I'm not sure how me and Proctorfile are going to deal with it tomorrow, but I would love to go into spoilers with him because I believe he's seen it. But non-spoilery, I would say my expectations were more towards a Russell Crowe idea. Now, if you've seen the Russell Crowe film, that one, okay, I'm sorry, let me give a small preface to it. I grew up with the Kevin Costner version, and I know critics will have various arguments, but I was young. I was a kid during the time. I loved the film. I fell in love with that film. Obviously, we had Bryan Adams who, had 18 weeks of that Everything I Do For You song going at number 1. And so, I thought it was a excellent film. And so, sure, you can criticize it as you get older and everything, but I still have a love for it. And so when I saw the Russell Crowe film, it's a prequel. It's before Robin Hood became the outlaw, and him at the war and him coming back from the war and him fighting, and then the animosity between him and the sheriff. And so when we go into this one, we're on an entirely different landscape where we are on the other side of his life. He is now living with the conclusions and living with the results of what he has left behind, so to speak, and how is he identifying with that. And so I personally believe it was an excellent film. That's going to be a spoiler for Proctor File, but I mean, I'll have my reasons as to why I think it was excellent, even though it was not what my expectations were hoping for, So yeah, leaving the theater, I was like, man, I wanted to see different things. But after some time and dwelling on it and appreciating it for what it is, I would like to go back. I would like to watch details. I would like to see what they put in there. And, if you do research on it, they are somewhat staying faithful to the recorded information that they have about it. So.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that we were talking about are the different variations on Robin Hood that we've had through the years. The Russell Crowe film was more grounded, realistic, in its kind of hardcore PG-13 way. It was. Go ahead, Bill.
Me and Nina tried to watch that one. I believe that was 2011. We couldn't. We didn't like it. We walked out of it, and we thought it was just.
Man, that hurts, because here's the thing. This is me in my adolescence. Coming up from learning about these actors. You see Russell Crowe in Gladiator, and you love the film so much. It has so many great scenes, so many great, savior-esque and purpose-driven wills in that film that you want to see more of it. And so when you have Russell Crowe, who is now doing Robin Hood, it's almost like you want a secondary Gladiator in that. At least my expectation was with that, And so, yeah, in that regard, I was not thrilled with the fact that it was not Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because it didn't rehash or redo the story of Prince of Thieves. It was a prequel. It doesn't do Gladiator at all. It is its own thing. And so I honestly, I've only seen it a couple times. I should go back and rewatch it, but, obviously, life takes over. And so, but yeah, that hurts that you didn't like it. What were your reasons on that?
We couldn't get into it. It didn't sit well with us. And at the time, we were not enjoying it, and it was so horrible. Maybe it was the dialogue, maybe because it was super edgy, and I wasn't prepared for that. But I just remember that it was so terrible that we actually walked out of the theater.
Oh man, that hurts.
Yeah, we didn't want to continue watching it. I'm not gonna sit through the rest of it. This is so bad. I can't explain it because it was, like I said, 2011.
Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. I mean, me and my father, we went to go see it in the theaters. I think I was more disappointed than he was. I think he really enjoyed it. And again, my father had the books of Robin Hood. I did the back research, and I did most recent research recently on it. But yeah, there's so much during the medieval times with England that was not recorded. They weren't able to get a basis for a lot of things. And so, it's difficult to keep track of what was true, what wasn't. And what's amazing is that he was such a legend, through word of mouth. I mean, could you imagine had they actually kept the documents and everything of what he had done?
Yeah.
It'd be even cooler. Yeah, that hurts. But I would love to see a legitimate history lesson on him,
Well, like I said, one of the things that we were talking about was the fact that there seems to be many different interpretations of Robin Hood. Some of them are grounded. You have movies that are a little. You have the Showtime series Robin of Sherwood, which is a little more kind of mystical. He has this kind of Doctor Who type regeneration between seasons 2 and 3, to switch out the original actor with Jason Connery, who ironically also played a Robin Hood at one point, Robin and Marion, which this movie is actually starting to sound like a lot to me. You have the older Robin looking back at his earlier days and kind of questioning things. It also takes place around a convent. Marion is in the convent. There's like a bad guy from his past who shows up to wreak havoc. And it kind of sounded like, with some minor changes, like it's like the current movie is going to be closer to Robin and Marion than anything we've seen. It's certainly this version is certainly not Errol Flynn, because when you say Robin Hood, people think of Costner's movie, and that's fine because that was our generation's Robin Hood. That was our movie.
Yeah.
Because because we were too young for Robin and Marion. But but to me, you say Robin Hood, I think the Errol Flynn version, where Basil Rathbone is the villain. And of course, I knew Basil Rathbone because I used to watch his version of Sherlock Holmes when I was a kid, because that used to come on every Saturday morning. Kind of when I kind of weaned myself from cartoons. I was a weird kid. I could go from like Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, and then like Sherlock Holmes, and then like Kung Fu Theater. I'm going to be watching one or the other.
I would argue the most accurate Robin Hood that we've had so far, the most accurate, is Men in Tights.
Oh yeah, Mel Brooks, Men in Tights.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And then you have the one that I'm pretty sure this is the one I still don't like. And I did not care to watch it or see much of it, was the Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah.
I was like, this is definitely not. I mean, props to them for making his speed look like it was legit, but no. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Kind of like that Arthur movie that had the guy from
the gentleman,
the motorcycle movie, the
right.
motorcycle TV show,
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah.
Yeah. That Arthur was like
Charlie Hunnam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Arthur, I think I saw that once, and it was not. I love the camera work. I love some of how they were depicting a lot of things, but it was just like y'all lacked a lot on the story, and y'all depended way too much on the camera with this.
Because I love the story of King Arthur.
Yeah.
For me, the top film adaptation is probably 1981's Excalibur.
You think?
Yeah.
Where do you sit on Clive Owen and Keira Knightley's?
I like that one.
Yeah.
I grew up with, as everybody in our age group did, with Excalibur. That was on cable, one of those movies that was on cable pretty much nonstop, and a movie we watched at far too young an age. But that it's a movie that definitely earns the R rating. But I mean, to me, like I said, to me, Robin Hood is Errol Flynn. To me, the King Arthur story is Excalibur. Now, when you get to King Arthur, they do something that's interesting in the fact that there was the theory that he was a Roman. and that's where the basis of the Clive Owen version comes in.
Yeah.
Where Lucius Arturius Castus is what they call him in the film. And he goes by Arthur. And I like that version pretty well myself. I'm a big fan of that one, especially the uncut version, because I think the PG-13 version just cuts the heart out of it.
What year did that one come out?
I want to say 2006, 2000. I really want to say 2006, 2005.
Something like that. Yeah.
Because I was living in Paraguay at this time, and we were doing summer camps with a number of the kids. And so one of the big things that had this was the big thing is that you guys remember they had the projectors that would show movies, and they would have the big screen.
Yeah.
And so somebody was able to go and rent Excalibur, buy Excalibur. It had come out recently, and everybody was thrilled. So we all went to somebody's house, and they put it on the wall with their projector. And we're all sitting there just laying on the ground watching this film. It was, and I don't know, just loved the ambiance of that opportunity to.
Did your elementary school ever host after school movies? Because mine did. Growing up in Colorado, there, they would play like Godzilla films. We would stay after school, and they would play Godzilla films, and it would be in the gymnasium, and they'd serve us up Pepsi and Coke. This is a fond memory that I have. We would watch Godzilla films in our gymnasium. And,
so my middle school had done electives at this time. Now, obviously, when you get into high school, you get to choose specific classes and things. Well, our middle school gave us opportunities, and one that I did was film study, because I was really intrigued with that. And so that took us through all the classics. Godzilla was not among it, but we had Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. We had Oklahoma. We had a number of the founding classics. This is where Singing in the Rain was. There's so many of the ones that have been built, into the mainstream idea of these storylines. And so anyway, yeah, that was the closest we had to having films inside of our school, at least that I can remember. I never did after school. I had to, we were forced to ride the bus. No. We had the bus ready. But
well,
yeah.
we didn't have that when I was in school. When I got into mostly high school, it would be during class that they would show us, like there was a version of A Tale of Two Cities that we watched in my class.
Not the John Malkovich version, though.
No, I didn't know John Malkovich did a version, but
No. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Mice and Men. My bad. A Tale of Two Cities is completely off.
We did watch Of Mice and Men, but the version that we watched was Robert Blake and Randy Quaid.
Nice.
That was the version that we saw. Now, there was this one movie, and I think I was in middle school, or might have even been younger. There was this movie that was about the events leading up to the American Revolution. And it had Al Pacino and James Woods in it. But I don't remember the name of it. It kind of played like something that would have been on PBS. It had that kind of a feel to it. But I don't, for the life of me, remember. It was not Revolution, because Pacino did do an American Revolution film. It's not that. It was a different movie. And I don't, for the life of me, remember the name of it, but I thought it was good. One thing that they did when I was in high school, and it was towards the end of the year, and they rounded us all up into the auditorium, the seniors. And for some reason, somebody thought it would be a bright idea to show Ordinary People.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yes. Where the movie where your teenage lead is trying to off himself.
Yeah.
Where, you know,
This is when a teacher has had it.
the father character is kind of very quickly melting into the background. You got Mary Tyler, and you got to understand, everybody thought Mary Tyler Moore was like America's sweetheart. She was on the Dick Van Dyke Show. She was on, she had her own show, and this is all before that. But the first time I ever saw her on anything was Ordinary People, which is not the best jumping off point, because she is a complete and utter bitch who hates her husband and wants her son to die. Wow. And we're all sitting there like, oh my God, what is happening right now?
So this is
just like I'm saying that energy. It's like,
so this is
just,
this is the first time I've confessed this. This has been many years. I want to say a good 20 years ago. And so I'm in Argentina. I'm living there, and the movie Spy Game has just come out. And so love Spy Game, one of the best movies I've seen. And so I am looking, and obviously Brad Pitt's in it. Well, I see a cover at this rental movie place, and it has Brad Pitt with Harrison Ford. And so I'm thinking, oh, this is Spy Game. It wasn't Spy Game. And of course, it's The Devil's Own. And so we have this Brad Pitt, who is supposed to be this wanted man from the Irish Revolution that is, hiding out at a police officer's home in the United States with Harrison Ford. And so, I'm telling a friend, this is not the movie. And you have around 150 people watching this film that I've chosen. Like, this is not going well. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to watch it. And so sure enough, like, everybody leaving was just like that. It was like a politicized movie. Like, sure, it's a good movie, but it has a lot of American and a lot of foreign influence in it. And so culturally, when you're showing this to a bunch of people who are in Argentina, it's not working. And so a lot of people, I don't believe that that's what happened in the United States. They're coming off on these tangents. I was just like, this was not the best choice of movies. This really wasn't.
I do want to say hello real quick to Wilkie's Movies and Music. Sir, you should have the link. If you are able to join us, please come on, because I'm going to be opening up a package here in a bit that might be of interest to you. So
for Ordinary People,
jump on in. Yes, it's Ordinary People.
Yeah.
In 8K, 3D. You will actually be able to sit in on the therapy session with Timothy Hutton and Judd Hirsch. They will be in the room with you. They are always in the room with you.
You talk about
They watch you while you sleep. No. So
you're bringing up obsession again.
Oh. No, don't do that. Like, okay.
He had no shame. I mean, the guts. It was a good movie. I really got to watch that one again.
Yeah.
You guys remember a film, Turk 182?
Mm-hmm.
with Robert Urich and Timothy Hutton.
That was in that, yeah.
Yeah, that was came out in
82.
85.
Oh, it was 85? Well, I think it
Wait,
was 82.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah, well, I was
1980.
probably closer 85, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I was just thinking about that. I thought that might have been a 40-year anniversary too, but we missed it by a
well,
year.
we missed it. But
Yeah.
what reminded me last night of Turk 182 was when they brought up Club Paradise.
Yeah,
Okay, deleted. Why does Turk 182 remind you of Club Paradise? Now, because what happens to Robert Urich in Turk 182 also happens to Robin Williams in Club Paradise, because they're both firefighters. They both get hurt on the job, and that's what starts the movie going. Whereas it becomes Urich's brother doing this protest thing, throughout the film. That's the accident in Club Paradise is what convinces Robin Williams, I got to get out of this line of work and go to this island. So you get kind of an action drama, and then you have kind of the straight up kind of goofy comedy where this coup is about to happen, and Robin Williams finds himself in the middle of it. And in a way, I look at Club Paradise as being on a double bill with a movie that he did, another movie that they did that very many people might not remember, a movie called The Survivors, which was him and Walter Matthau. And they wind up getting in the middle of this kind of militia type situation. And it is a comedy. This is
Survivors was a hilarious one.
And Robin kind of gets a little gung-ho during the point of it. It's kind of Matthau having to talk him down. No, we got to get out of here. It's a funny movie, but it's kind of imagine Stripes in the Midwest, but it's just Robin and Walter Matthau. It's kind of what it is. But yeah, all the rabbit holes that we fall down when we do these shows. I haven't thought of The Survivors in years. It's one of those movies, and it's like one of them is running a gas station, and the gas station gets blown up, and that's kind of what starts them down the road.
Somebody was angry at those cans.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Somebody's shooting at these cans.
We're
Here she cans.
They're shooting at you. Get down.
But yeah, Bill, we've been on this kind of we've been doing this kind of impromptu celebration of 80s films, kind of not just this month, but throughout the year, really. We've kind of been going back to that era, and we definitely have some. I know that watching Troy's show last night, definitely brought back some memories. I think Troy's actually going to do one of those movies Monday night. I was talking to him backstage, and well, not backstage in the chat, but you know what I mean. But and I think he's got something. I think he's got something cooked up for Monday night for the members stream.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm curious to see which movie he's going to do, but and I don't want him to necessarily go with the obvious either, like a Top Gun or a Cobra or anything like that.
Yeah,
but, maybe go with something that was maybe a little lesser known. This is not that I'm not down for watching Top Gun or Cobra again. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Well,
but
I'm looking at the domestic box office for 1986. Top Gun is number 1. Crocodile Dundee was number 2. And then Karate Kid 3, which we just did earlier, was number 3.
Yeah.
And then Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield was number 4, and Aliens was number 5. And then, of course, The Color Purple. And Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. was
Yeah, those were.
1986.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube royalty is about to enter. The man, the myth, the legend in his own mind. I kid, of course. One of the reasons why I pretty much have a channel right now. Ladies and gentlemen, so blame him. Ladies and gentlemen, Paulie, the Latino Slant. Good
Hail.
to see you, sir. Long time no see.
What's up, guys? Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I knew I kind of threw this together last minute. I wasn't originally going to do it, but I thought, it's been kind of a rough week.
Has it?
And just kind of do something a little fun, hang out, bring some friends on, and do a little something, and just invite whoever can, has the opportunity to jump in and join. So I'm glad that you were able to come on.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
Yeah.
I had a client, but that was supposed to happen 40 minutes ago. And I said, don't worry about it. They're having a hard time getting back to the house. So I said, it's all good. I'm like, well, let me jump on now and hang, man. How old are you, if I can ask?
53.
53. All right.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
53. That's right. Hit it. You're now in the mid 50s. You're with me in the mid 50s. How about you guys? You guys?
I'm 53 currently, but will be 54 in September. So
nice. Enigma?
Yeah.
I'm still in the 40s range.
All right. Looking good, brother. Yeah, man. So, what are we talking about?
Talking about these movies right now.
Yeah, films of the 80s.
Films, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Even the bad ones are good to talk about.
Well, we were talking specifically about a lot of the ones that came out in 1986, and most of those films are 40th anniversary films this year.
Right. Yeah.
Something I've seen recently is not many people enjoyed the Cobra film, and I'm not sure why, because I thought it was fairly good. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good film, but apparently it wasn't well received or whatnot. I thought his car was awesome, though. Loved his car. Yeah. So,
yeah, I haven't rewatched Cobra. And all I remember is that the car. He lived in Venice Beach. The toothpick. You're the disease, and
he had to hunt down basically a gaggle of a cult serial killer group.
Right. Beyond the story, I don't remember too much.
But yeah, they had ended up leaving one of the survivors, and so one of the main leads of the cult serial killer group, he is ID'd by one of the surviving women, and the surviving women is
cast. Look at
the girl from Rocky IV, the military woman from Rocky IV, and
the ex-wife, Brigitte Nielsen. Yeah.
And so she's the surviving witness. And so anyway, he's assigned to protect her for the time being until they can figure out who these people are.
What a cast, man. Brian Thompson is the Night Slasher.
Mm-hmm.
And I always get Brian Thompson, who's been in a lot. He also was one of the guys in X-Files for a minute. I get him mixed up now for a younger version, even though Jeff Korber is now older. I get him mixed up with Jeff Korber a lot. And Korber, he's been in a lot. He's a great character actor as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm starting to wonder, because I used to get them mixed up too at one point, and I'm starting to wonder if it was one of those deals where, oh God, who was in Planet Terror who played the brothers, Jeff Fahey, and who was his brother in that? Michael Biehn. there was an interview with them when Planet Terror was getting made, where they were talking about that they would both go in and audition for the same parts, and I'm kind of wondering if that's what happened with Brian Thompson and Jeff Kober, because I could kind of see them, kind of being up for as similar roles. I could see Jeff Kober just as easily playing the villain in Cobra as well. I could see Brian Thompson being in Alien Nation. You can always switch them all.
Yeah, that's a good way to see it.
Yeah.
Could they have played each other's roles? You're absolutely right. I always love that stuff about Hollywood casting. Jeff, he had a bit role in Walking Dead. He had a nasty death in Walking Dead. He was like a gang leader, like for a minute that Daryl.
The Claimers,
yeah. And then he was recently in The Pit, and I'm trying to remember if he died or not.
Did y'all know Brian Thompson's in Fallout?
No, Jeff Kober.
Yeah, I went.
Yeah.
Different. My bad.
No, it's okay. All right, it's all right. And,
we haven't seen season 2 yet, Bill. We got to do that because Bill and I did a show about season 1 of Fallout. Where we did a rewatch, and we haven't done season 2 yet, and I've been holding off watching it until we do that show. So we got to sit down. We got to do it, man.
Kober, I do like him. He's an excellent actor. He's one of those guys that you see him in everything, but you can't ever remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He's solid, man. He's always bringing it, and he's been around for a long time. I know him personally. Not close at all by any means. Just but he's just a solid guy. He's helped out a lot of men in real life. So he's a good dude. So I always like that. I always like to hear, actors who, they're in their real lives, they're good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And we don't get those stories enough.
No.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
No, what's funny is there is a new interview. I haven't finished it yet, but it's about 45 minutes of Xolo Maridueña, Cobra Kai.
Nice.
So
we were just talking about that. We did Karate Kid 2 today. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. We need a Cobra Kai movie, man. I'm so upset we don't have a Cobra Kai.
They just had the most recent one with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, I heard that wasn't.
I'm
great.
sorry,
Yeah.
Nigma. I didn't like that movie, bro.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I'm going to skip that one. It doesn't look like it's supposed to do much. So
listen, I mean, if you want a chuckle, watch the last minute.
Yeah. That's about all Zapka's in it. It's this last minute.
Yeah. No, I still think there's still time for. I don't know, man. That window might be leaving. I want to Cobra Kai the movie, and I even pitched it to Hurwitz, where I was like, in search of Chozen. My pitch is that if you remember the ending of Cobra Kai, Sam and Miguel get on a plane and go to Okinawa.
Yeah.
So I'm like, months later, everyone's gone missing in Okinawa. So we get all the young guys in Okinawa, and then we get Johnny in Okinawa. That because Johnny has not been to Okinawa.
Mm-hmm.
That would be everything.
We had a guy in our chat who brought up something kind of similar to that of what if Johnny had gone to Okinawa, what might have happened. And I'm like, yeah, all right. So I'm seeing some people here who seem to be on the same wavelength. Let's go back to Okinawa and have all right. I'm down for that.
Is you have people who are in the ability to say yes and no, the decision makers, and they're not listening to what fans are seeking. It's just like, well, we're going to just do our own thing because we don't care. And it's just, you're not taking any. Yeah, you're not taking any ideas of what people truly would love to see. You know?
It's like they are and they aren't, right? Because it really depends, Enigma, on who the creative is behind those ideas,
Yeah.
right? Like Lord and Miller have been very successful with the Into the Spider-Verse, Project Hail Mary, and now Spider Noir. That's all their work.
Mhm.
And I think we can agree it's like, hey, you know, they've done some great stuff, and they've worked with Sony, they've worked with Amazon, you know, not easy companies to work with. And then you hear Amazon doing this stuff with Stargate. And then you have the creatives who did Cobra Kai. They're now doing the, you know, the 80s universe with $6 Million Man, Knight Rider, and what's the helicopter one?
Airwolf.
Airwolf.
Werewolf.
You know, I mean, yeah, I would give those guys a blank check. Hey, please do some Cobra Kai movies. But you know, Sony saw the dollars, and decided to siphon it off and do Jackie Chan, and it was a huge miss, bro. But sometimes these creatives just don't have that type of power, especially when you're dealing with IPs. They don't own the IPs, right? They're corporate owned. So
Yeah. I think the last Jackie film, Chan, that was, for me personally, that I think he did well in was The Foreigner with Pierce Brosnan.
how was that?
That one is, how was it or how old?
How is it? How is it? Yeah.
Oh, it one's good. It's a mystery, and basically, it's almost as if The Edge of Darkness with Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
where Mel Gibson's daughter is, you know, killed by, and she apparently got contaminated by something radioactive. Well, at the start of this one, Jackie Chan's daughter is tragically killed, and she's more collateral damage than she actually was in actual focus. And so Jackie Chan, who is wanting retribution for it, starts finding who was responsible for the tragedy. So it's a little bit like collateral damage along with, you know, The Edge of Darkness, because you have a very skilled operative in Jackie Chan who is making life miserable for this one guy. So
Yeah.
it's a really good one. Jackie is still moving really fast in the film, looks
Mhm.
very good still, and so yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
That's still on my list.
That was the last one I thought he did well in. You know, these Karate Kid ones, he's doing fine. He's not the main focus, but he is the name that is drawing the attention, so to speak, you know?
Yeah, it's really bad. It just
Like
wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, I ignored it. One of the one of my go-tos is Jeremy Johns, and I find myself agreeing with him on liking or disliking a movie for whatever reason. I seem to find myself agreeing with him quite a bit, and he's like, because he wanted to like it, because he's like a big Cobra Kai guy. And he wanted to love that movie, and he's just like, it's not there, man. No.
Yeah, I really like Joshua Jackson in the film, but it was like two different films.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
So I mean,
it's like they had two ideas and mashed them together. And hello to D. Bud Martin. Good to see you, sir. Nick Weiser raid on the way. Jonathan Conroy. Good to see you, sir. I do want to say hello to Big Al Presents if I didn't do so earlier. It says, I want more Street Hawk. Who knows? We might get it.
This is how
yeah.
I think this is how I felt with how you just said, you know, the movie wasn't there. That's how I felt with like the Phantom Menace when I first went to go see it. You know, you have this expectation that it's the original, you know, starting three. The 4,
Mhm.
5, and 6. That nostalgia, you really feel it's going to be in that, and you see all this CGI, and you're just like, it's not what I was expecting. And so my theory is this is why they came up with the last trilogy, so that audiences could go back and say, Phantom Menace wasn't that bad,
That's funny.
It could always be worse. So
It's still a bad film. It had some good story ideas,
yeah.
but the pacing was god awful, and some of the acting was pretty bad. So, but I think by the time we got to Revenge of the Sith, he was flexing pretty good.
Yeah, my brother enjoys that one. So,
All right. I do want to say hello to Read by Nature. And Al has a question in the chat. Anybody remember The Highwayman with Sam Jones? Flash Gordon. Yeah, I do remember that show. Wasn't on very long, but very, very memorable. It's kind of a, I don't know, Enigma. Would you say it's kind of like a Mad Max-ish for TV kind of show?
I really felt that they were going with that, but they didn't have the production to do so many of the actions that Mad Max was able to do, because you get the original Mad Max where we learn about the tragedies and everything, and then that's what he becomes. And then with the Highwaymen, to an extent, it is that, but we don't have the budget and the gravity to be able to do the same things. So we're, coming up with throwaway ideas, so to speak. Been a minute
All right.
since I've seen that too,
Yes.
Okay,
Entering.
so I'm gonna dip
chat.
out, but I'm gonna come back. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
The client's got
we're-
help. I'm gonna take care of business.
Okay. All right. We're
But I'll be
going to
back.
be on here for a little bit longer. So
Okay,
care.
good. Hopefully you're back. Okay, hopefully you're still
Alrighty.
on. All right, thanks, man.
go take care of business. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, he had that helicopter that came out of there like a semi. Yeah. It's been so
Yeah.
long.
Cool. All right. Well, one member of royalty leaves, another one enters. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest on the previous episode of Reserved Seats, the host of Toxic Tuesday, 32 flavors of Nick Weiser. Good to see you, sir.
Great
Glad you
to
could be
see
here.
you, sir. It looks like I brought some bodies here, and of course, I would slip in as soon as Paulie pulls out, because of course that was the natural order of things that happened. But good to see you, man. Happy birthday, and great to see you, Outlaw Bill and Enigma Severus, and Jonathan Conroy coming in hot for you as well. I love.
Oh,
to see
thank you.
that.
All right. Well, let me
Woo!
switch on over here and see who.
Yes, acknowledge them. Oh, I
who got
a good
the,
amount of bodies showed up when I ended the stream. Now I'm even more glad I ended my stream. Hell yeah, dude.
Goodness.
I
Getting
love
lots.
that.
All right.
As
Let
it
me
should
see.
be. Steven should be having. See what Steven has. 16 of you. Thank you all for being here. He should be having this every stream, straight up. So thank you guys. This is what I love to see for Steven.
Well, the amount of
Hell
work
yeah.
deleted, I'm impressed by his body of work that he continually does throughout the week. I'm telling you right now, on Tuesday, it's like I look forward to Tuesday every single week. I really do.
I like that he's consistent.
Yeah.
I think that persistence to me and consistent are very important things, because it isn't always about the size of the show, but it's the keep on going and just keep on doing it, just whether it's a bigger crowd or smaller crowd. And he just does it. Remove the excuse, remove the barrier, go for it. And Steven, he just does it. He is results. That's what he is, and that's what we need more of. Because, and Steven, you can attest to this. You and I have both been on here for a few years each.
Mhm.
I've obviously been more of a bit of, I guess you could say, a part-timer, if you will, in the last year and a half. But I'm still here. But point being is you and I have seen a lot of people come and go. a lot of people come and go. My 6 years on here, being active on YouTube, I've seen so many faces come and go. I had this conversation with Zax in person last year in Vegas. It's amazing how many people in our time we have seen come and go. People who even, I guess you could say, maybe arguably even did better than us, but they just like they can't handle it, or they didn't realize how much work it was. I was happy for the success, but it shows you like to be into this, you have to really like it. I think it's safe to say. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, Steve, but it feels like guys like you and I, we enjoy doing this. I feel like that's the difference maker. We enjoy doing this. And that's why guys like us keep persisting.
Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, we've come to know people who are no longer on YouTube through various reasons. One of them is, you know, there have been a couple of friends of mine who got their channels yeeted for one reason.
That happens too.
That happens a lot too.
That's a whole other can of worms, but go on.
It is. And, you know, and then you got people who just, you know, they come to a point in their lives when they just move on and they want to do other things. You know, I very early on in my YouTube career, I guess you could say, I co-hosted a show called Saturday Serial, and I did like 20 some odd episodes of it. At first as like just like a guest and eventually co-host. And then there's a few of them where I was the whole thing. But Matt Allen, he was from the UK and luckily got out of there in time, based on what we've been seeing. And he moved here to the US and has his own business now. He got married, you know, and he's happy where he is, you know, and YouTube was this kind of one part of his life, and he's kind of moved on to the next stage, which, you know, I think is perfectly fine too. But, you know, there are people who I will look back on other shows because, you know, I will go back sometimes and watch an older show that I was in, or just like an older episode of somebody else's show, and then realize that there are names that used to pop up all the time, and then you don't see them, you know, and, you know, maybe some of them moved on. They have other interests. Maybe they just got bored. I don't know. But, you know, I do see it, like, but a name will pop up every once in a while that I'll remember, and I'm like, well, where did that guy go? You know, there was a fella who used to be in a lot of Midnight's Edge's member chats, like all the time. He never missed, and then he disappeared. Some people are probably wondering where I am because I don't get to do as many of those anymore as you know, I'm trying to remember what was the last time I was on, and I can't. It's probably earlier this year. But yeah, I mean, you have these. You do have these people. They do come and go, and you do miss them. But, you know, sometimes there are reasons. They'll have personal reasons. They'll decide to unplug. Like Matt, they'll go and get married and do their own thing. You know, or, you know, unfortunately, they'll be like, you know, like Ryan, and, you know. And that man is honest, like, you know, I try to be, you know, and he's a little bit more hardcore. But, you know, what upsets me is not just the fact that channels get taken off the air for this, that, or the other reason. They don't tell us, number one. You don't know what the guidelines are. It's like the goalposts keep getting moved, you know. What can you say? What can you not say? How long into a broadcast do you have to be before you're allowed to F-bomb before anybody gets upset? You know, but, you know, when you start to, when you see something that in Ryan Roger Athay's case, where it's politically motivated, and I do genuinely believe that that's what happened. You know, this guy, he has his opinions, and they're not what the powers that be at YouTube at the time were. You know, or maybe even are now. Who knows? I've noticed I get away with certain things that other channels have told me they've gotten in trouble over. Maybe it's just because I'm not as high profile as other people, you know. And there is, as I see it, kind of a class system. You have the people who have like millions of subscribers who are the influencers, and they go off and to do other things as well, either self-aggrandizing, or they go and do like Markiplier, where he goes off and with his own money, he goes off and he makes a movie, and it's actually pretty damn good and gory as a mother effer for a movie about a guy in a submarine. But you know, because that movie turns into freaking Event Horizon by the end of it. It is intense.
I'm convinced he had a bunch of extra blood around.
Yeah. It's like the blood from Dead Alive that Peter Jackson didn't use, you know. And you know, but yeah, but like I said, there seems to be kind of a hierarchy. You got the guys who can do whatever and not be touched. You got the guys who are kind of in the middle that, you know, the powers that be have their eyes on, you know, like Ryan, like Drinker and stuff like that. And, you know, and these guys who will, you know, Hollywood Reporter will go after them for some reason or another, you know. And then there are the guys like me who seem to be out of the fray because nobody knows who the hell we are. you know, you talk about these guys who have millions of subscribers. People will know who they are. People are starting to realize who Drinker is, who Nerdrotic is, you know, and who Jeremy is, and those guys. But Geeks and Gamers, you know, those guys. And then, okay, deleted scenes. Who the hell is that? You know, anybody know who this guy is? Does he even know who he is? You know, so it kind of becomes that. And my thing is just, you know, be, like I said earlier, be myself, be honest. I'm not always going to be right. And I always preface it with, I'm not always going to be right. I had somebody who was a member of my channel who left because he disagreed with me on a video I did. I'm sad to lose you, but if you disagree, you disagree. You know, I'm not, my channel's not an echo chamber. People are going to disagree. And sometimes I'm wrong. And I've admitted that too, you know. Yeah, I screwed up on that one. You know, it's like sometimes, you know, and there are videos that are, I think are just terrible. I can't watch them. I cringe. But I keep them up because they're real. And I don't know how to be kind of really any other way. So just
Don't
keep
be any
doing
other way, man.
I seem to have grown.
Don't be any other way.
You know.
Seriously, don't. It ain't worth it. It's not.
So
we have the path of greater resistance, but I'd rather be on the path of greater resistance than no resistance. Because no resistance, you're eventually doing something wrong long term.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Just saying. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's a path that I know. It's a path that I know all too well. By the way, since I know you've definitely done a better job of keeping up with this than me, I don't know if you saw Midnight's Edge's newest video earlier, but it was very notable because of a particular movie. I wanted to know if you knew anything about this movie, if you have seen it or if you're about to see it. Citizen Vigilante. Do you know anything about that? Because that video caught my attention. I'm like, okay, I want to see this movie now because of this video.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. Okay. I'm hoping to.
You're aware of it.
In a couple of days, I am aware of it. Yeah.
Okay.
First off, Uwe Boll is kind of hit and miss with me, but he has done some movies that I've liked, genuinely liked. Rampage is really good. He did a Vietnam movie called Tunnel Rats. That's pretty intense. It's a good film. In the Name of the King is a lot of fun. It's the closest he's going to come to Lord of the Rings. It's kind of like Lord of the Rings or Jason Statham in it. That's all I'm going to say. It's just a fun blast of a movie, and I don't know who the casting director was on that movie, but they did a fuck ton of coke because you got Burt Reynolds in there playing the king. Matthew Lillard is in the movie, basically playing Matthew Lillard. Ray Liotta is like the evil wizard. It's just like, what the hell is going on in this movie? But it's fun, you know. So yeah, you know, so I'm not going to be one of those people who are just going to dismiss the movie because he directed it. I'm not going to dismiss the movie just because Armie Hammer is in it. I think it's time for him to be uncanceled. Whatever damage he did, he kind of did to himself.
Also, the damage never went to anything legally, not even a
nothing. You know,
so it sounds like it may have been a nothing burger. Ultimately,
a lot of it was rumor and innuendo. A lot of it, some, you know. And look, he's been upfront about it. He did drugs.
Oh wow! And who most of them hasn't?
Them. Yes, you know, he screwed around, you know.
Oh wow! Most of them hasn't.
You know, but again, like you're saying, is he the only guy in Hollywood who has ever done that?
No.
Hell no. Uncancel him. Bring him back into the fold. I don't know, maybe do a sequel to Man from U.N.C.L.E. I don't know. Everybody liked that movie. I don't know.
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
So, yeah. You know, I am interested in seeing the movie because A, I want to see what he does for a comeback. B, anytime mainstream critics don't like a movie, that makes me sit up and take notice, because it's like, okay, they don't like this movie because it is messing around with their far left sensibilities. And I dig the hell out of that. If UA Bowl wants to stick a finger in the eye of these people, now's the freaking time to do it. You know, and to do it with a film that is very topical to what is going on right now. I'm scrolling all the way down my feed on every platform that I'm on. It's all the same thing. And it is the same people causing the trouble, and the people who are trying to stop that are the ones who get called racist, or they are the ones who get arrested. They're arresting priests in the UK right now. I call the UK New Pakistan, and I stand by that, because that's what's going on right now. You are watching a country very slowly. This is the British freaking Empire. These people at one point in time had the world. Now they are on an island alone, where they are, you know, basically about to be under Sharia law. They're halfway there. You can't tweet. Women can't walk down the street without being accosted, or worse. And now here it is. Here is this movie that is depicting something like this, and a guy who says, you know, I'm going to go death wish on these motherfuckers. Needs to be done. Maybe this is exactly the movie we need right now. So yeah, I'm going to see it, and
I'm excited to see it.
I'll review it, and I'll let everybody know what I think. You know, good or bad, right or wrong. I'm not expecting it to be a perfect movie.
The best part is we could still entertain it, not being a good movie, just because it may have the right idea. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not just gonna like gobble it up just because it has stuff, I guess you could say, that may, let's just say, affirm our positions on things. Because I'm safe to say you and I are mostly the same, I'm sure, ideologically, mostly. But just because whether we are or whether we aren't doesn't automatically give the movie a pass either. You still got to judge the movie on its own merits at the end of the day, because the other side version of, let's just say, The Message can still be done bad. Looking at you, lady ballers, which should have been great, by the way. Great concept, poor execution. Man.
I still haven't watched that, and someone who's in our Severe actually sent me a copy of that. Probably sight unseen, but
it was a great idea, and the timing was perfect. It was the right thing to be tackling because of how hot topic it was at the time. The trailer was great, and then the movie came out, and none of it was funny, and it was just the other side version of The Message. And I agreed with, let's just say, 95, 97% of The Message in the movie, but it became so much more about the message than the entertainment factor that it took me out of it.
Yeah.
Even when I agree with it, that can still be a problem because I'm here for a comedy.
I'm the same way. You know, I don't want too much of anything I agree with.
Yeah, it can. It can be distracting too.
So that's the thing that I don't think people really understand is, no, we don't like The Message, but we don't want a far right version either. You know, I mean, I know I don't talk about that as much. Maybe it's part of my problem. Maybe I do need to bring it up. But you know, there is such a thing as woke right, and we can't fall into that trap either. I do want to say hello to a few people who've joined us in the chat. Our man from the future, Sashi. It says it's much easier for me. The government tells me who I am. Yeah. Read by Nature, who is one of the new members. I do want to read them off real quick. The new members who are gifted by Jonathan Conroy, D. Bud Martin, Read by Nature, The Weasel, Box Office Brawler, right on. Good to see you. And Third Four, right on. Okay, Reed says he's talking about In the Name of the King. That was a Dungeon Siege adaptation. I only remember Leota as the villain. Yeah, yeah, that was inspired casting for sure. They put out a Merlin movie too that no one watched, partly because it's on an obscure streaming service. Yeah, that happens too. That's a way that some of these movies kind of fall through the cracks. You know, it's like the old days, these movies that went straight to video. You got movies that go straight to streaming, and they don't get they got like, you know, zero advertising budget. You know, and if word of mouth doesn't get out there,
the advertising, yeah, always does, man. If you don't have the marketing to promote it, it don't matter how good the movie is. Sometimes, once in a while, you'll have the unicorn sighting that'll shoot through it, and it's not a big deal. But 9 times out of 10, or 9.5 times out of 10, yeah, without the marketing budget to put it out there, because we're in a you got to put things in front of people, which I think is good and bad at the same time. I think that's also a reflection of us negatively, because it means that we like to be spoon-fed things rather than for us to go out and seek it ourselves. Delete it. I think you and I are not part of that category of the spoon thing. We are the guys who are sightseers. We want to know what we don't know. I think that's what makes guys like you intriguing, because the unknown scares a lot of people, but you want to know what is out there, because a lot of things that we love once upon a time were unknown.
I do want to say hello to Tim Hayes. Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. All right. So, yeah. Well, one of the things we were talking about, Nick, is films from the 80s, in particular 1986. Because Bill and I have been doing a kind of an impromptu series of like 40th anniversary shows. We watched Karate Kid Part 2 earlier. So, yeah. So what from what films from that time period kind of come to mind for you?
God, where do you start and where do you stop? I mean, I love
Yeah,
that movie.
exactly.
That's a great movie. My oldest daughter and I, we watched it. God, I showed it to her about a year ago because we watched the first Karate Kid and then we watched the second one. And she loved it as well. I do too. I think it still holds up to this day. It's a very underrated sequel. Obviously, not as underrated as the third one is, but still a really strong movie. God, where do you start? Especially for me, like I eat up on all the action heroes of that era: Mel Gibson, JCVD, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell, and of course, yeah, guys were slowing down, but still kind of put stuff out more sporadically. Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson. The amount of guys who had, even Michael Douglas had an action movie and it was badass, for Christ's sakes. There's so much greatness. And then that's just the action genre. Then you have stuff like the Indiana Jones movies. Yeah, The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. You had sci-fi killing it. Comedy was killing it. My goodness. Like, I don't know how you define that genre. I guess maybe you could say the thing I probably watch the most is probably like the 80s action movies. But that isn't the only good thing out there as well. There's genre to genre. There's just tons of great stuff as well. Nightmare on Elm Street, man. I mean, God, those movies came straight out of the 80s as well and gave us some great Alice Cooper music as well. So there's so much good cinematically you can get out of that decade. And it comes in more than one genre. Gremlins, 80s as well. And that's a arguably kids movie. All kids movies in the 80s still hold up to this day. How you define it, I don't know. Where the word is, the one word to me doesn't exist because even a lot of that stuff still holds up now. And that's not my nostalgia glasses speaking. I will challenge those who can look at things from a storyline perspective will say, holy crud, this stuff still stands the test of time. And I swear every vulgarity in the book on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Well, we still got a few minutes here.
We do.
Let's open this up a bit. Fellas, has there been, and this could be a question anyone or all of you could answer. What's been on your mind, of late? Anything like, I don't know, open topic part of the broadcast, freestyle.
Figure out which movies I need to go see at the theater. And I've been, for the last 20 minutes that y'all have been talking about Citizen Vigilante, I've been trying to grab it.
Nice.
I've been sitting here quietly like, yeah, y'all keep talking. I'm trying to find this thing.
That's a good sign, though. The curiosity is peaked within you. You're like, oh, man, this thing's garnering some attention. And
I hadn't even
that's what
I was like, I'm going to grab it.
I didn't even know it existed until today, until I watched the Midnight's Edge video. And I watched it. I'm like, okay, I want to know what's going on with this movie now. This feels like this is one of those things where I need to watch it. So, yeah, and I hope it's good. I really do. I hope it gets a little bit of a wider release. I see it's already made money internationally. I was kind of looking into the numbers, and it's made almost 70 million internationally without a domestic release. Pretty damn good. So that means just imagine what we'll do with a domestic release. Maybe it can crack 100. It definitely doesn't look like it was an expensive movie, but if you're smart about it, you can pull off a lot with a
like we were
inexpensive
talking
movie.
about earlier on, this was a while back. Obsession has done an amazing job, and I can tell you right now, even I just saw deleted. We know what is man, his name is escaping me. D Movie Man. There you go. D Movie Man just said that it was about to give him nightmares from that movie. It's like I was telling my friend, I told him, he actually lived a little bit of that for a time in his personal life. And I said, I'm not sure if you should watch that movie when it gets dark, like you might want to enjoy it early afternoon so that you're not getting actual flashbacks with
Yeah.
everything that's happened. So yeah, and that was a low budget film. Redux, very low budget film, very well done, very well done.
Yeah, I still need to see that.
I really want to say it's a perfectly executed film. I don't think that there is anything wrong or bad towards the film whatsoever, because, and I was actually trying to make an extended analytical deep dive on my own channel for Redux, because every scene is necessary in that film. I really want to say almost every scene. And then you get, the iron lung, or the that one I need to go back and watch again, and actually, because half of the movie you're kind of fearful that something's going to pop out and really make you jump back, so yeah, I really want to go back and watch that one too, because it is based off of backstory and things that I wasn't privy to in the first place. So got to give it a better review on that then. But yeah.
I tell you, the movie that really, like Obsession didn't scare me, because those kind of movies don't scare me, but I can appreciate it for what it is. The movie that scared me and it really surprised me was Backrooms.
I haven't seen either, but I'm anxious to see him. Carry on.
There's a point in that movie where one of the characters ends up in a specific room. And it's like, I have had nightmares exactly like that. Exactly like that. Being in this room that is basically this bottomless pit. And you've got like maybe this much space to walk with something chasing you. And your only way out are stairs that lead to you don't know. And you, with me, it'll be what it does to the guys in the first short film. Parsons director, the guy, he goes to the one room, basically it just spits him out, and he's midair and like 30,000 feet straight down. I've had nightmares like that. So yeah, I was really surprised at how much that film really worked for me, So all right. So Nick, so we got to get you out of here.
Yes. I was happy to at least drop by for you. I said I was gonna at least try to make an appearance. I lived up to it. Glad I was able to bring a few bodies to raid you as well, thankfully. So, but dude, hey, happy birthday, man. I'm happy for you. You deserve this. Keep on keeping on, and please don't stop. I want to be able to be here. Like, unless something crazy happens, there's no reason why a guy like you can't be here in 5 years with me, and we're both still doing this. I want to be in a position where, regardless of whatever our numbers look like, we're still here. I love being able to say we're still here, and that to me is everything. All right, man. Seriously, I'm just happy to give my time to you. It's the least I can do to you.
Right on. Thank you very much. You've been one of the encouraging forces for me, certainly, and I got to come back for Toxic Tuesday at some point.
You're welcome.
Here very soon, and yeah, your Star Trek series that you're doing as well. Your first
You're
watch
welcome
of
on that
the OG
too,
Star
man.
Trek. Yeah.
They'll start back up in July. My season 2 Nick Talks Trek. First guest is gonna be Anti-Derivative Jill for that, so that's gonna be great. But I get Jason from Sci-Fi for me. If you want the episode after Jason, you're welcome, dude. If you want it, it's yours.
All right, indeed. All right, well, thank you very much, Nick, for dropping by, and we'll see you again very soon.
All right, thank you. Great meeting the other gents on the panel. Chat. Have a great rest of your evening. Ciao.
Take care. And thank you for the Thank you for the super chat as well. Much appreciated.
I wasn't hunting for anything specific.
So we do have a few minutes left here. So because I am at the top of the hour going to be joining Big Al Presents for Films with Friends. Tonight's movie is Time Cop from 1994 with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Ron Silver, Mia Sara. Did I mention Mia Sara's in the movie?
Time Cop was it? Time Cop's a good one. I was a
Good.
big fan of that
Fine,
one.
I'm not distracted at all. All right, I'm back. Hey. Hi. How you doing? All right. So, yeah. All right. So, one thing that I do want to talk about, and Bill's alluded to it here in the last few minutes, is we are going to be doing a special episode of Action Theater that's going to be on Tuesday, the 14th of July. And that date is special because that was the release of one of the greatest sequels of all time, Aliens. Another 40th anniversary edition program. And Al agrees with me, indeed.
I got to share because I know I most likely won't be able to when we're doing this. But yeah, I'm definitely going to make plans to be there because, one weekend we went to and you guys remember this Blockbuster. They're always open, and you go for Friday night and you rent plenty of movies that you can watch over the weekend. You got to take them back by Monday or so. And so my dad allowed me to rent Aliens, and Alien 3, And so I grabbed the entire trilogy for that weekend. I started watching it at 6 a.m., because that's when I had woken up. It was 6:30, something like that. So I started watching the films already, and my dad and I sat down. We watched Aliens, which is one of our favorites. And when you have two of the military guys trying to crawl through the vents and you know that they're not going to survive, the girl, she gets her leg hit with acid. She's not going to make it. One of the guys goes back. He's going to try and save her. And the only thing that they have is that little hand grenade that's with them. And you see two aliens coming on either side, basically going to trap them. And so, it's just them sacrificing themselves. And so something my dad was saying is when he goes, that's probably the best thing a military person can do for somebody else. And it was just like, even though it's fictional, you love that honor that's there for the military. And so love that scene.
Because even though those two characters are at odds throughout the film, there's still, we're Marines first.
Yeah, they clap,
and we are gonna go down swinging, and they do.
I love Bill Paxton. So many quotable things that he said. I don't know if you've been keeping up on current events, pal, but we just got our asses kicked. Love that one. Game over, man. Game over.
That was ad lib, they said. He ad libbed that.
Yes. Oh, God bless this show, man.
And then the one little girl, she didn't continue acting after that. That was her one big hit.
She became a school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was phenomenal in that. And she ad libbed the one scene where one of the guys had saluted, and so the guy asked her if she was ready. She has that little helmet. She just goes,
yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah, love that movie. Oh, can't wait for that 14th. I might not watch it until then, just to enjoy the experience again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Predator 2 is one that we need to.
That
Did
was
do
not a
some
bad sequel
well.
either. Well, I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that one too. Predators, the one where they're on a foreign planet and they have Adrian Brody.
Yeah, that's Adrian Brody. Yeah.
I honestly enjoyed that one. I was not horribly, in comparison to a couple others that they've had. That is not a bad one. It's really not. They did pretty good, I think, with some of the cast. You had Machete in there, but Lawrence Fishburne's appearance I don't think was necessary in the film, but it's not a bad thing that he was there anyway. But.
Well, that was originally supposed to be Arnold.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
At one point, there was a version of the script where it was Dutch that they found, and he had gotten grabbed up as well, like they did. So, and they've been trying to work Dutch back into the storyline. I know there's a version of the animated film, Killer of Killers.
Mm-hmm.
The alternate version is he's in this stasis tube as well. So, yeah, we'll see what they do with that. Let's see.
So what
It's one of
plans
my
you got?
all-time favorites, Alien.
Yeah.
I crowdfunded the creator back Aliens Expanded, and it's under Jedi Bill 797, but I got a credit, but I never did get my movie. I'm quite upset about that. I paid $100 and I never got my movie.
Which director's cut did you talk about earlier, deleted, that we need to go check out again? Because you said it ripped the heart out of it as PG-13.
Oh, King Arthur.
That one. Oh yeah. With Clive Owen. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I gotta go and grab that. I had no. Again, this is me living in South America, not really doing my research on the films that I had been watching, and yeah, I didn't know that there was actually an unedited version that I should have checked out.
Mm-hmm. Read by Nature says Predators is where they start to lose me. They didn't stick the landing with Topher's character, in my opinion. The Super Preds were a bit meh.
They abandoned it. Yeah, they really abandoned his character at the end. He's like, all right, let's try and figure out how to get off this planet. It's like, I was really wanting another one. I really was. He had done so much. It's like, man, y'all just abandoned these. And again, we don't know what the production was behind the scenes, and if they decided to ignore the process. But yeah, I agree with you there.
All right. Well, one thing I did want to bring up for fun before we go is celebrity birthdays. Who else has a birthday on June 20th? Lionel Richie, John Goodman, Tress MacNeille is a voice actress. Hey, McLovin, Christopher Mintz-Plasse. Brian Wilson's birthday was June 20th. R.I.P. John Taylor from Duran Duran.
Cool.
And I believe Nicole Kidman's birthday is today as well.
Future wife.
And there was someone else that I had seen on. Speaking of Mia Sara, her birthday was yesterday. So that was cool. All right. Well, this is where we are going to have to wrap the show because I got to prep for my next one. So we are going to go very quickly around the horn here. Bill.
Yeah.
What do you have coming up that we have not mentioned during the show?
I'll probably be doing some karaoke a little bit later. Anybody wants to drop by? Always open mic. We do it every Saturday, most every Saturday. We could take a few off here and there, but that's coming up. And then, of course, tomorrow, Western Cinema, the 2 episodes of 1883, right here on the same Outlaw Bill channel and Deleted Scenes channel. Yep. That's what we got coming up. And Conan the Barbarian on Thursday for Action Theaters presents.
Indeed. Yeah, Enigma.
Well, Proctor File has been awesome enough to invite me over to discuss the death of Robin Hood. So we got that going on tomorrow. It's going to be at 5 on the East Coast, but 2 p.m. where Proctor File's at. And then Movie Mysteries finally coming back at the end of the month. So we're going to be doing that. And I am going to be pumping you guys up for your channels. I love getting into the Cosme or getting into the chat just to get people enjoying and intrigued with the story. Love the movies, and we're not ultimately, for the most part, we're not spoiling things, but it's good when people say they haven't seen it. That way, we're not destroying the experience. So. But yeah, those are the 2 main things I got going right now. Then we got Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel is going to be having her March film review that she's gone through for last month or March. So yep.
Rana. Okay. So as for myself, like I said, top of the hour, I am going to be joining Big Al Presents over on his channel for Films with Friends. We're going to be watching Time Cop. And let's see. And hopefully I'll have a chance to stop by and with Bill for a couple of hours for the karaoke program. Do a few rounds over there. 1883 tomorrow afternoon for Western Cinema Presents. No unscripted this week, but it will return next week. And let's see. I will be appearing as the guest co-host on Geeky Geezers tomorrow night at 9 p.m. over on H Boomer's channel. And then at 11 p.m., Reserved Seats, episode number 39. And I will be joined by Joe's Atmosphere. And we're going to talk about the past, present, and future of his channel, talk about gaming, and whatever comes to mind, whatever he wants to discuss. And let's see. Right after that, of course, I'll be in the chat for Doctor Who, because Troy and Ned are going to be back by then from the convention. So I'll be there watching that along with them. I'll be on their members show. So if you're a member of Troy Pacelli's channel, last call members night at the movies. All I know is it is going to be something from 1986. I just don't know what. So you'll probably find out when I find out.
Home videotape of you, I bet. No, I'm just kidding.
And let's see. Tuesday will be live from Sparkwood in 21. I'll be joined as usual by Troy, Netter, and Boomer, and we are going to be watching a season 2 episode of Twin Peaks entitled "Drive with a Dead Girl," and this is going to be kind of the beginning of the end of the whole Laura Palmer investigation. So join us for that. And let's see. Sherlock Holmes over on Troy's channel right after that. I'll be in the chat for that. Wednesday, don't have anything planned just now. Stay tuned. That may change. Thursday, joining Bill for Action Theater at 5:30. Conan the Barbarian. And then later that night at 11 p.m., will be coming attractions. Get to find out what I am going to be doing next week. And of course, before that, Thursday Things over on Netter's Network. That's going to be starting, I believe, at 9 p.m. this week. And returning guest Robert James. They're going to be talking about his first movie, which was a film noir that I don't remember the title of right at the moment. But there's, I understand, going to be a giveaway of a Blu-ray copy of that film. So, all right. Robot Holocaust. I hope not, because that was not good. So 53 years old man. Yes. And decrepit, and elderly. What are you people doing in my room?
What is best in life? To see your enemies driven before you, and the limitation of the women.
That's the show, folks. All right. I do want to once again acknowledge the new members, and thank you, Jonathan Conroy, for gifting the memberships. D. Bud Martin, Reed by Nature, The Weasel, Third Power, and I'm sorry, what was the other one? Real fast. Let me scroll back up. Box Office Brawler. How can I forget that? Box Office Brawler, indeed. Your names will be added to the credits before my next broadcast. I do want to thank Nick Weiser for the $5 super chat. I want to thank him for joining us. I want to thank Latino Slant, Paulie, for being here to join us as well. And I, of course, want to thank you both, Bill, Enigma, for taking your time out for and joining us. I do want to thank everybody who is in the live chat who joined us this evening. So raise your mugs, glasses, whatever else you have. Long live the fighters. Happy birthday, America. 250 years.
Amen. Here's your gift. This is the Jello that was offered from Tim.
Oh,
Jello's
I forgot.
not.
We cannot go just yet. We got the unboxing. I almost forgot. Hold on. Okay. We will get the sleazy, slicey, knifey. We will open the box.
Now, do you already know your gift? Let me ask that.
I have an idea
Okay.
what this might be. Because I'm being sent a couple of different things. And Vinegar Syndrome. The hell's going on, guys? That sale was over a month ago. Get on it. It's starting to worry me. All right. All right. What is... Oh, snap. Hold on to your hats, gentlemen.
It's backdoors. I'm just kidding.
The Thing expanded.
Oh,
Nice.
like I said, I watched that recently just because I was wanting to see it again.
I was not expecting this today,
That's
ladies and
awesome.
gentlemen. I am going to be talking a lot more about this. I'm going to go ahead and do a video on this. I guess it's okay to talk about now. I was one of the test screeners for this.
Nice.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Damn
Have
it.
you
Um,
Kurt Russell's review on it? Like this most recent one he did a couple years ago on the idea of The Thing and everything that was there.
I'll blow myself up here. Full status.
Is that available for anybody to get? The
As
documentary.
of right now, I don't know yet. I think this was just like a backers thing. I was not expecting this, folks. I really was not. I thought this was going to be later on. Let me take that off the screen.
So what?
That's the disc.
Now, is this an extended version, extra stuff? What?
Well, I do know that there are scenes in the documentary that I did not, because this is a documentary. This is a making of
Okay.
documentary. And I do know that there were some things. There's Carpenter.
Yeah.
So there's a booklet that comes with this.
This is a great present.
I can't see. Hold on.
No, who did that one? Did Creator Back do that one?
Yeah, this is the same guys who did
The
In Search of Tomorrow and stuff like that.
Did you see what?
So, all right. This edition of The Thing confirms your membership of an exclusive band who have recognized a masterpiece. You are now part of the story of how brilliant writing, direction, acting, and groundbreaking effects gave us one of the most unnerving and influential films of all time. Original numbered version 12,323. So there's more in here. There is a
Oh, you got to
T-shirt?
frame that.
t-shirt.
You got to frame that. That's great.
Let me see if there's anything on the back. Nope. So this is the cover of
Is that,
the disc
is
on the
that
back.
Outpost 31? Yeah, Outpost 31. Okay.
And I was not expecting this to be what was going to be in here. And Paulie is back just in time for the wrap up. All right. So
Yo.
really-
Yeah.
These presents you got or what?
I got a box today, and
Thing expanded.
it is the Thing Expanded, the backers kit.
The bathroom kit. What?
The backers kit.
Yeah.
Back to, it was
When
a
you gotta go to the
documentary.
bathroom, it's called the thing.
Yeah. When you really have to go and you don't.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
this poster again. And
that's huge, man.
it is.
God.
And
I'm thrilled for you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
this is a certificate signed by the makers of the documentary here. It says The Thing Expanded, the United States Antarctic Research Program. This is to certify that the executive producer and director of The Thing Expanded have awarded you the certificate of assimilation,
What the hell?
knowledge or exceptional expedition survival skills in the face of otherworldly danger, and being assimilated into the ultimate thing companion. I can't read very well. These are not my glasses.
Survivors, right?
Yeah. It says, I'll show you what I already know, RJ McCready.
There you go.
So this is a
Awesome.
surprise because this is not what I was expecting to see show up today. So
That's really
that is very cool. So thank you to the makers of The Thing Expanded. The backers kit has arrived.
The thing expanded.
Yes.
That was my first horror film. Can you believe it? It was the first one I saw. And it was
First
awful.
horror film. In
Yeah.
the theater.
No. My again, this is me watching television with my father and everything. It came on, and I was hooked. And he was like, "Oh, you haven't seen this?" He's like, "Yeah, this is the thing." And I was like, "Never seen it." And of course, sure enough, like later on, went and bought a VHS. I was showing my friends the film. I was like, "This is great." So
that might be a fun rewatch the thing. I'm currently rewatching season 3 of The Walking Dead.
when it was still good.
Yeah, those season 3 and 4 are just amazing.
All right.
And
Well,
Lady
Yeah.
Miss, nice thing.
these things. Indeed. All right. Well, we were wrapping it up before I remembered I had that box. I should have done that earlier in the show, but I'm glad that Paulie could at least be back here for it. I do have a show at the top of the hour here in just a few minutes. So I am once again joining Big Al Presents for tonight's episode of Films with Friends, and we're going to be watching Time Cop. So I am going to, yes, I'm going to go ahead and do a hard out. I do want to once again thank everybody who has continued to support this channel. Family, friends, subscribers, members. Congrats to all of the new members who were gifted memberships tonight during the show. Thank you once again, Jonathan Conroy. Thank you once again, Nick Weiser, for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Paulie, Bill, Enigma. Thanks to everybody watching. Thank you, everybody on X who is watching, following along too. I really do appreciate it. And that is the birthday show for this year. And yes, and to many more. Thank you all very much. And as I always say at the end of every broadcast from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Don't get assimilated, because that's not good.
Yeah.
Because this is how we win.